Hey, what's going on, you guys? Crazy Cubano back again with a new video, a new response to 49ernation1. This is going to be video response number 7. I got my rock star. I got my hand waving in the air. But we're just going to go ahead and make this video happen. Video number 7, he asked us, what is our favorite puzzle game? And me, I'm sorry, man, but I just could not choose one. I can't choose one. But I chose 7 because this is the 7th video response. So I'm going to be showing you guys 7 of my favorite puzzle games because, me, it's really hard to choose. He's been asking some really good questions so far, and it's been really hard for me to answer these questions. I have to put a lot of thought into it. But, I just wanted to show you guys my 7 favorite puzzle games, talk a little bit about it. And, these are definitely great games. Some of you may have heard of these before. Some of you may have not. So let's go ahead and get this video started. And I hope you guys enjoy. And let's check out my 7 favorite puzzle games. Alright guys, so my first favorite puzzle game on the list is a game that was released for the Genesis. It was actually an early Genesis title. In my opinion, it's a very unique puzzle game. It has a different aspect and a different objective than most traditional puzzle games. And that game is Zoom for the Sega Genesis. This is actually a very unique puzzle game, you guys. It's not, like a Tetris style game where you have different, blocks and different shapes and you have to line them up together. It's not really anything like that. The point of this game is that you're on a field made up of blocks and you have enemies coming around you left and right. Oh shit. And the point of the game is you have to trace the lines which on the field that you're on. You have to fill up all the boxes and they'll show you whenever you go around the box, it'll light up knowing that you actually traced through the box. And it's real, it's not as easy as you think, but you have a lot of enemies, you have a lot of monsters coming at you, and also you're trying to collect power-ups as well. Power-ups that will either stop time, slow down the enemies, or make you invisible for a few seconds. But it's actually a very fun and unique puzzle game. Alright guys, so game number 2 on my list is Dr. Mario. Obviously, a lot of people have heard about this game. It's a really cool game. The point of the game is obviously you have 3 viruses, the red and blue and yellow virus. And with Dr. Mario, you have to destroy these viruses with pills of the same color. You have the different color of pills. Some are the same color, some are different colored. And you have to line up the same colors with the virus of that certain color to line them up and to destroy them. Actually a very simple gameplay. And the cool thing about this game is actually it's pretty user friendly because before you actually start the game, you can actually adjust the speed and the difficulty. So, if you're new to this game, if you're not really familiar with puzzle style games, you can make the gameplay very easy, the speed slow. So, you can actually get the hang of it, and once you play it more, you get a little better. You can adjust the speed more faster and the difficulty more higher. And that's actually a really cool aspect of this game. So it's definitely a really classic game. A lot of people know about it. It's actually a very fun game. So the third game on the list is an extremely popular puzzle game. The game that put puzzle games on the map. A very popular puzzle game. Known to many games all over the world. And it actually came from the Soviet Union. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's Tetris! Hey! I'm not really going to talk too much about it because a lot of people know the objective of the game. It was actually created by a guy named Alexei Pajitnov in June 1984. He was actually working for the Academy of Science in the Soviet Union. So obviously, this is the mother of all puzzle games. And because of this game, it was released for like nearly every home console, every computer console, cell phones, media players, and obviously one of the best and most popular puzzle games in existence, no doubt about it. So puzzle game number 4 on the list is a game that got his idea from Tetris and just ran with it. But to me, in my opinion, once I heard about the story of the game, it's kind of sexist if you really think about it. And that game is Joy Joy Kid for the Neo Geo, one of the early releases for the Neo Geo. This is the Japanese version. The English version is actually called Puzzle. And if you guys don't really know about this game, it's a Tetris-like style game with a twist. And you really have to understand the story of the game to understand the gameplay. Well, I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to tell you guys the story of the game. It is kind of sexist though, bear with me. Alright, so in this game, as you can see, there's a boy and a girl, there's a tower. And in the game, there's a village, two villages. There's one with guys, there's one with girls. That's crazy. And they always get at war for some reason. They're always in war. And, you know, you're kind of asking yourself, well, how do they make new villages? You know what I mean? They don't have sex or something? They don't like, I mean, I don't know. But that I kind of find that kind of sexist because, you know, guys and girls who always are at war with each other. I guess maybe the females got tired of the guys telling them to make sandwiches. Like, oh, go back to the kitchen, bitch, and do this. Go do this. Go do this. Maybe the females got tired of it, stood up for themselves. Nobody really knows. But this explains the gameplay of the game, or, you know, the game concept. So, you know, they keep fighting, and then the gods build a huge tower between the two villages so they'd stop fighting. Well, eventually, both villages got tired of it. They sent up a messenger via hot air balloons, you can see from the cover art of the game. One boy, one girl from the different towns. They send them up to the tower to meet the gods to tell them to get rid of the tower. Pretty much. And in the gameplay, you can see that because, you know, it's not like Tetris. The objective of the game isn't to clear the lines. Actually, the point of the game is to actually break down the lines far enough because the hot air balloon in the game, it's actually stuck at the bottom of the screen. So you have to make the lines break down far enough to make a clear path for the balloon to escape. Because you want to make it to the top of the tower to tell the god to get rid of the tower. And that's pretty much the point of the game. It's actually a pretty fun puzzle game. The music's actually pretty good. The graphics are pretty decent for the time. And it's definitely a very unique Tetris style puzzle game. But I don't understand why a village of guys and girls are at war with each other. I mean, if I was in the village of guys, I'd be always going to the village of the girl, talking to the girl. You know, your boy Crazy Cabana be like, hey girl, what you finna try it? So puzzle game number 5 has to be Booyah Booyah 2. This is actually available for not only the Sega Game Gear, as you can see I have the Japanese version right over here. And it's also available for the Sega Genesis. And the point of this game is extremely similar to the likes of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which was available for the Genesis. If you guys ever play that game, this game is almost identically alike, except obviously this is more anime style, different story, different characters. But you know, the gameplay, the concept is extremely similar. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Obviously, you have to clear the grids of following patterns. These little balls called puyos, and pretty much what you have to do, you have to form a chain of 4 or more puyos of the same color, which makes it very similar to Mean Bean Machine. But it's actually a really good game. I got this one for $10, so you know you really cannot go wrong. The price of the game is really not expensive at all. So if you're looking for something similar to Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, with anime kind of style to it, definitely check out the Puyo Puyo series. Alright you guys, so now brings us to game number 6, which is actually a very popular computer game, which is actually based off a computer made by a company called Mumbo Jumbo. And that game is Luxor 3. This is the 3rd installment to the Luxor series. I haven't played 1 and 2. I have Luxor 3 for the Wii. It's actually a very cool game. I'm not too sure if you guys ever heard of Zuma, which is almost exactly the same thing as this game right here, but except Zuma was more like a jungle Aztec theme. As you can see right here, we have an Egyptian theme game. And pretty much the point of this game, you have a little, a little icon on the bottom of the screen, which, you know, every time you throw a spear, you get different colors of spears. And the point of the game is that you have to remove the spears with different colors that are moving across the screen, because the spears on the game, they're obviously moving across the screen from one point to the other point. And so what you have to do, you have to prevent any spear from entering a pyramid that's actually at the end of the track, which the balls are actually going through. And you know, whenever you get a new spear, with your index, you're on the bottom of the screen, you can move left to right. You shoot it up, and you have to get 3 spears of the same color. Once you do that, it gets rid of the spears, and you have to get rid of all the spears on the field before you can move on to the next round. And eventually, you know, there'll be little power-ups going throughout the level. You can shoot it, and once you shoot that power-up, you get that power-up. There's power-ups that make the ball go backward through the track. You got lightning, where you actually, whatever you hit automatically disappears from the stage. You have a bunch more different power-ups. Like I said, this is actually a very popular computer game and a very popular puzzle game. It's actually really cool, very enjoyable. Hello. Alright guys, so this is going to be the last game of this video. Puzzle game number 7. I'm trying to burp right now, but it's actually spin off to the Bubble Bobble series. If you guys don't know already, it's Puzzle Bobble / Bust a Move. And obviously, you got the same characters from Bubble Bobble, Bub and Bob, the blue and green little cute dinosaurs. And they're actually working together in this puzzle game. And in the puzzle game, you actually control this little device, which is called a pointer, which you can actually move it left and right. And you have to throw little bubbles, and you have to make the bubbles that are already on top of the screen form 3 or more bubbles of the same color to make it disappear. It's very, speaks for itself actually. As you can see in the back right there, you got bubbles on the top of the stage. You have to form 3 of the same colors to make them disappear. And in this version, it's actually a tournament version, makes it more of a tournament kind of feel to it when you play the multiplayer. And this is actually a very, very fun puzzle game. Obviously, from the makers of Bubble Bobble. It's actually a spin-off. But I mean, it's really, really fun. Very funny, very cutesy, but very enjoyable nonetheless. So there you have it, guys. Those were my 7 favorite arcade games, or puzzle games, I'm sorry. My 7 favorite puzzle games. So you got a little bit of idea of some games to check out if you guys haven't heard of these titles. And obviously, you already knew Tetris was going to be in there because the most popular puzzle game to ever exist. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. Shout outs to 49ernation1. Gotta get your hands up in the air like this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching once again. God bless, take care, and have a nice one, everybody.